So Will takes the shirt off, does a check-in. Frankly, my gut was hanging out more than his. Coach Greg, and unless you've been living under a rock, perhaps with the rock, you already know that Will beat me in a 10K cookbook eating challenge. I'm surprised he was able to eat that much so quick, but hey, he's an eating machine. I at least completed the challenge. Took me over 9 hours. Will did it in under 6 hours. It's incredible. So what does he win? He wins 4 months of coaching from me. I try to convince him to do a bodybuilding competition. I want to see Will do that. He has an exceptional back, really lean, and I thought that'd be fun. But hey, he's got some other eating challenges to do. But guess what? He's gonna do a powerlifting meet. So I'm gonna be coaching him squat, bench, and deadlift, get his lifts up. He's gonna enter a competition and see how he does. He's never done it before. So it's gonna be a competition, see how strong he can get. As you know, I coach people for bodybuilding, powerlifting, losing weight, just health in general. So it's gonna be more powerlifting focused. I'm sure he'll do updates on his strength, his progression, and how he's doing. And in this process, hope to pack on some more beef to Will Tennyson's frame. All right, so I'm gonna watch the video and comment on where Will went wrong, where he went right, and what I think about his ability to eat.
So you guys know why you're here, to witness some history. Today is the anabolic 10,000 calorie challenge against Greg Doucette. So we all see him as my dad, but by the end of this video, he's gonna be calling me daddy. So let's just weigh myself.
Since when did I become everybody's dad on the internet? Why can't I be your brother or perhaps Circle? Those you wondering if Will is in fact natty or not, he's almost 6 feet tall and 180 pounds. I'm a 5'6" short little manlet, and I'm 192 pounds, 12 pounds bigger, and almost half a foot shorter. So he's not really that big now, is he? He does have an impressively built physique, but it's not to the point of like, oh my goodness, it's so impressive that, well, how could he have done it without drugs? How could he have done it without PEDs? It's a good build, but it's not redonkulous now, is it?
Gonna head home now and cook. The cooking is probably gonna take me like over an hour alone. Like the amount of stuff I gotta put together, I'm probably gonna be using every single pot and pan I have in my kitchen.
Y'all think the hardest part about this challenge is eating the food? Well, guess what? You're actually right, but the second hardest part is prepping all that food. 10,000 calories? It's 3 days worth of food for a big eater. It's 5 days worth of food for most people. 5 days worth of food prepped in one time. It takes a lot of time. I had 3 people hired to cook for me. Too much work. I don't have time to cook 10,000 calories. Will did it all by himself, imagine. That's almost more impressive than the fact that he ate it faster than me. The first challenge was the French toast eating challenge, of which I actually came out on top. Apparently I can eat really fast. I just don't have a bottomless pit the way Will does. I was able to eat about 10 seconds faster than him. I read the comments, oh, Coach Greg's meal was smaller. I actually had 1,000 calories in mine. He had 830. I had blueberries in mine. Maybe it stuck it together a bit. Maybe the blueberries changed the texture a little bit. My French toasts were spread out over the plate more, but trust me, I ate the 1,000 calories faster than Will. I won the first challenge, didn't win the rest.
Here we go. We have 2 of the La Tortilla chicken wraps here on this tray. We then have 4 servings of the anabolic French toast coming out to 830 calories. You know what, guys? This is way more of a mathematical challenge than a food challenge, in my opinion.
Literally, it was an intense mathematical challenge. I didn't want to eat 10,000 calories, only someone to do the math and say, hey, Coach Greg, you only ate 9,800, you actually lost. I had to add up every single calorie. It was a challenge. In the real world, you don't have to add up every freaking macro and doing all this stuff. We did it for fun. We did it for the challenge. Real world, you eat from the cookbook, you're gonna lose weight. It's simple.
So I guess the first order of business right now is to do the anabolic French toast speed eating contest. I'll get this out of the way. We're obviously gonna lather this bad boy with some syrup. I'm telling you right now, the amount of artificial sweeteners I'm gonna be consuming today, my natty status will be at question, that is for sure. Okay, 3, 2, let's go. Oh my God, that is good. I mean, with a dish this good looking, it's only natural I finish first.
Will, a little cocky there, wasn't he? Took time to make a 5-second joke. Maybe he took Coach Greg more seriously, he would have won challenge 1 and 2. You don't take a break during a speed eating challenge to talk to the camera.
The beauty of all this variety is that there's no flavor fatigue. It's actually beautiful.
The beauty of the cookbook is there's so much variety, you never get bored. You never get flavor fatigue, as he said. You can eat something delicious all the time, never get bored of it, switch from one thing to the next, one thing to the next, and so on.
Oh, that meat is dry. In his recipe book, he says to drain the meat. 96.4 meat. Whoa. However, I do know quite a bit about draining the meat.
So Will, he knows a lot about draining the meat, and when you have meat, you want to strain it, get rid of the fat, makes it have a lot less calories when you're cooking extra lean hamburger. Even extra lean hamburger is going to have a lot of fat. You strain it like you do your pasta, gets rid of the fat, lowers the calories, makes it lower calorie dense foods. Less calories, you lose weight. He's saying it's a little dry, however. That's what the gravy's for. Low calorie gravy adds to deliciousness of the meat, and you add the gravy to your meat and it lubes it up and makes it go down a lot easier. Well, that's what she said.
You know what? I'll come back and finish you off. That's what she said. Let's try the cauliflower mash.
Will likes that what she said jokes almost as much as me, or maybe even more. He's going to finish him off. He's coming back to finish it off later. And she's never said that to me, unfortunately. No, Will, I don't know who you've met up with lately, but typically they don't tell me that. They're going to finish you later. No, it's more like, hey, are you done yet? And if you're not, too bad, we're going to sleep.
Let's get into these pancakes. So I forgot to put the blueberries into the pancakes. We just put them on top. Pancakes are just great.
So he forgot to put the blueberries in the actual recipe as the cook. I see a lot of people adding fruit on top of the meals that I have. You're missing out. I really want you to try cooking the fruit with the actual pancake or French toast in it. Put the blueberry on the pan first, for example, then pour the batter on, then put the bread on top. Trust me, it's an experience. Might not look pretty, might look like moldy food at the end of it. I've seen the comments, read the comments. Oh, it looks moldy, looks like moldy bread. Oh, that's gross. It looks gross till you taste it, and it's friggin' deliciousness in your mouth.
That's what she said.
Pretty insane how much food 5,500 calories is of like the good stuff, and then you look at like an extra large pizza that could pound in like 10 minutes, and that's no problem.
So one of the reasons this diet works so well is because the volume of food, it's so much to eat. A 16-inch pizza, a lot of people eat it in 10, 15 minutes. It's not really that hard. You look at all this amount of food, you're eating for hours and you're not done. How can you get fat if you can't physically eat that much food? That's half the point of the cookbook. So much delicious food, you can't eat enough calories to get in a surplus, you end up losing weight. It allows you to be in a deficit while being full. Being hungry, number one reason diets fail. This takes care of that.
God, I've hit a food wall right now. It's definitely a foreign concept to me. It's not the best feeling.
At this point, I'm thinking, Will's not going to be able to finish this. But here's the difference between Will and me. He's smarter than me at eating. He knew what to do. He walked it off, allowed the food to come down. You see those speed eaters? They're eating hot dogs, they're jumping up and down, and it's forcing the food down. Me, what do? Oh, I'm full, I'll go lay down. Go get a massage. Not a good choice. Coach Greg isn't a genius at everything. I don't really know how to eat the most amount of calories. I'm better at knowing how to eat less calories, how to lose weight. Not as good at how do I force feed 10,000 calories faster than Will. So Willie said, hey, you should have went for a walk. You would have done that. So if I ever had to do it again, which I don't want to do because this was torture, 10,000 calories of this much food, it is hard. I would go for walks, move around more, maybe pace myself a bit better.
Let's get into these damn wraps. I don't know how to attack this thing. At least it gave me some good practice because wrapping it up is never my first instinct. Wow, look at the size.
So the thing with the wrap is the spinach. It's so much volume. One of the reasons I eat the wraps all the time, aside from the fact that I just love the wraps, is because it's so filling. You can't eat much. If I'm really, really hungry and I eat 4 wraps, I'm full. I'm full. 1,000 calories, 1,200 calories max, I'm full. If you have a big appetite, a large appetite, you're the type of person you out-eat all your friends, you start eating things like pizza, French fries, hamburgers, you're gonna eat too many, you're gonna gain weight. If you eat these wraps, you're still gonna be in a calorie deficit because you're full, eating so much volume, it's so much food. You can see Will eating. Look how much food that is. He can barely get it down. Will's literally saying, I've never been that full in my entire life eating these meals. Low calorie dense foods. It's not the same as eating burgers and pizza and junk food.
I actually have never felt like that in my life, and that's the beauty of eating, you know? Like, I feel like the act of eating
just reminds you that you're alive, you know?
I would say yes, because food is fun, it tastes good, it reminds you of being alive. Guess what? That's exercise. That's exercise. That's how I see exercise. So when you're all like, how do you get motivated to go exercise all the time? How do you stay motivated? Do you need to be motivated to eat? Well, maybe some of you do, but most of you probably don't. Oh, it's such hard work to eat a blizzard and a pizza. You go for a walk, you exercise, you lift weights, it releases endorphins. These are chemicals. They're like drugs. It actually makes you feel good. And it's healthy. Unlike drugs, not always healthy now, are they? But exercise, that is healthy. And the reward, you get the endorphins and you feel good about what you're doing. You feel alive. Don't you want a long life? If you do, exercise. Of course you have to eat, you should eat healthy, but you need to exercise.
So here I have the PB2 chocolate chip banana cookies. So this is 900 calories. So either makes 8 small ones, 6 medium ones, or 4 large ones in my case. And look at the size of these things. Like we gotta respect that girth. You always gotta factor in girth.
Exactly, girth, way more important than length, but that's a different story. We're talking about chocolate cookies here. These cookies are high in protein and low in calorie, and I hadn't eaten them in quite a while. They were frigging ridiculous. You haven't made them, make the cookies. Oh my goodness. And Will, what he did wrong, he let them cool down, went for a walk and ate them. You want to eat them fresh out of the oven. It's a totally different experience. You want to eat these fresh out of the oven and warm. You eat that, oh my freaking goodness, is it good. That was my favorite meal of the day in the 10,000 calorie challenge. First bite, I was like, oh, I want to eat this all the time. This was so good. Gonna eat them in the future, of course.
Gonna be making the bison pizza. So I got 2 of my flatbreads here. Got 200 grams of bison. Then it said 50 calories or up to 50 calories per pizza of any sort of vegetable or fruit that you want. So
the protein pizzas is a highlight of the meal plan for sure. I wanted pineapple like Will had. Pineapple, love on a pizza. I didn't have any friggin' pineapple. Looked around, couldn't find it, was disappointed. I ate mine without pineapple, wanted pineapple. But anyway, you all love pizza. Who doesn't like a pizza? My girlfriend even likes a pickle pizza. Think how stupid that is. Pickle pizza. She can't have pepperoni on her pickle pizza because she's now vegan, vegetarian, whatever. You can eat your pizza. You can bring it into your circle of foods that you're eating. Cross through that semi-permeable membrane. Just lower the fat and calories. Turn that high-calorie dense food pizza into a healthier, lower calorie dense pizza. You get to eat and not put on the weight. Now, sure, you're saying, oh, I can eat pizza. I just eat one slice. Yeah, who's all eating one slice? Not you. You're eating all the slices and then some. You need a lower calorie version so that you can eat your pizza and not put on the pounds. Please. Pretty please.
7:04, putting together one of the last couple of meals of the day with the grilled cheeses. So we have 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, ham and cheese sandwich, and then I replaced, like there's no chance I'm getting this wrap down because it is so voluminous. Like you eat the whole thing and then everything falls out and you have a salad on the tray afterwards. So
just like Will, when I eat my wrap, some of it falls out. There's so much, it's so voluminous, it's so filling. You finish the wrap, you got more food, it's like a salad left on your tray. You keep eating and you're full. So Will takes the shirt off, does a check-in. Frankly, my gut was hanging out more than his.
I feel sick watching you today.
I can't even explain to you guys how hard this food challenge is. Like you see me eat food, like no problem.
I have never, ever seen you struggle the way you're struggling today.
Yeah, but I always gotta persevere.
Harder than burning off 10,000 calories in a day? Who knows? Maybe it is. Harder than getting a university degree? We don't know. It's hard work though. Eating that many calories when you're that full, it is hard.
It's all that, like I have a belly full of guar gum right now. Like it's just like obscene.
I don't think that's healthy.
I don't know, I mean, tell Dad.
Yeah, eating 10,000 calories in a day, which is about a 7,000 calorie surplus for Will. Probably not the healthiest thing you can do. But hey, it could be a lot worse now, couldn't it? He could be eating 10,000 calories of donuts. Now, the Dairy Dream dessert that he has at the end here, I don't actually stir it around like that. I kind of just pour it on the top and eat it. It's almost like a sugary topping. It tastes kind of like jam on top of cottage cheese. It's actually way better than it looks. Because as I'm watching this, I'm like, oh, that looks disgusting, but I know how good it tastes. It's how it tastes that counts.
Oh my God. Oh, I did it. Current time, 7:55, September 29th. So a little under 6 hours.
Official world record time, 5 hours and 38 minutes for Eric the Electric or anyone else to try and beat. If you do beat it, you do make a video on it, be sure to tag me in it and send me so I can watch. Be sure to tag me, I want to see it. So Will put on 14 pounds during this event. I myself have put on 12 pounds. As you can see, you gain a lot of weight. Some of these people on other channels have been doing like, how much weight can I gain in a day challenges? And they're gaining like 6 or 7 pounds. I weigh that much more every day. That's a day for me. Because I eat like this all the time, just not this much food. Come on, people, don't post a video of how much weight you gain in a day if it ain't at least double digits. Stop wasting your time showing us you gain what the average person that eats like me gains in a day. Boring, boring.
So we couldn't quite make it to 200 pounds. It's all right, but I did it. That was easily the hardest challenge I've ever done in my life.
This, the hardest, but he did win. He beat Coach Greg. Congratulations to win. Beat me fair and square. Very impressive performance. Beat me by several hours, in fact.
I don't think I'll ever eat pancakes ever again. I mean, looking back on that challenge, I'd probably wilt that spinach down in the wraps and stuff. But other than that, everything was great.
Be sure to subscribe to my channel, Allie Smith, my girlfriend. She just started her own YouTube channel all about Allie. Triple A's. Just like the batteries. AAA, all about Allie. Subscribe to her. She's going to have all kinds of crazy videos. Probably a little bit different than the ones I make. But anyway, if you like Allie Smith, go subscribe to her channel. We'll see how that makes out. Bloop it up 2 videos. Be sure to only watch the top one. Never click on the bottom one. Just don't do it. Trust me, don't do it. And until next time, I am out. And buy my freaking cookbook on my website. Buy the cookbook.